entrance onto the field. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Canes will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Syracuse's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On second down, they'll take to the air. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Orange will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Sanders. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Scanning the field, it's Burden. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Turns it loose. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
The Canes are in the hurry-up, trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside give. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball.
All kinds of running room. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
They go to the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Just trucks through it, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Running it back, it's Sanders. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Sanders.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Quarterback checking off. Back to pass. It's Burden. Looking to scramble. The throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And he started this drive in great field position, now needing to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll leave it with him. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Gets it out fast. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Cuse. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. It's caught. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Burden. Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse Proctor.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Quarterback moving. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game? That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Coming after him. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long. It's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The Hurricanes want to move quickly. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Burden. He's got him this time. They make the stop, but the sweet flowing catch is plenty to give him a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good decision. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero coverage. Like, nope.
Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Good timing on the quick out. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. He's going to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. And they got him for the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the...
Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great... this field position.
It's so important when a safety drops that he takes the right angles. You see those receivers flying across his face. He's got to go meet the ball and the receiver a lot of times at the same time. Great break, great job getting to the football, and then securing it. A lot of times you're like, oh, man, catch it, catch it, catch it. But that's
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet. When you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On second down, he'll fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. And this one splits the uprights. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll call for the fair catch here. Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Burden. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he makes the grab at the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Canes!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Buys a little extra time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Caught on the outside, it's Sanders. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Got a man. It's Sanders. On the move at the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
42 Spider.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now from inside the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Dixon. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
He now has 110 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4.
Syracuse, 10.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. To the air on 1st down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
Complete. Got room to work. And he's running in the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Floats it out in space. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Now they'll run the draw. Hits the spin cycle. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
They're bringing heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
And it's no good. hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. Lead is huge. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Dropping back, it's Burden. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing up against this offense.
Lots of green grass as he gets into the 31.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
And the Canes moving quickly to the line. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Second down coming up. They move the tight end all over. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. About to snap it for the 8th time on this drive, and it's a 3rd down and 4. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty count, just the lead count. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. On the run, fires downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting all...
And that pass intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the 0 at the 37.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Burden. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on. That That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arizona State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion.
Let's go!
He's looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without... Touchdown, Cade! And the pummeling has started. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He's back to throw on second down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man quickly. Got room at the 35. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They want to just keep throwing it. Finds his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Syracuse will send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
Third down coming up.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. A strike downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a league like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Got it.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Orange will have to punt. Makes a move. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the line.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Sanders. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Man, there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
They'll throw it on first down. It's caught downfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys